Alright, everybody. Welcome back to another session of Silversong. Bookkeeping. I talked a little bit about it on last night's stream, but for those who weren't there, this is the results that we currently have for our little poll that we took on the Discord as to when we should host the milestone stream. Currently, Saturday is winning. If you're in the Discord and you haven't voted yet, I think the poll is still up, so it's not too late. Though it does appear as though Saturday will be winning this poll. So that'll be this coming Saturday. I was trying to get it done for last Saturday, but I still had a few more things I wanted to polish, so I just decided to wait till the next one. I don't want to push it too far from when we actually made the milestone, so it will be this coming Saturday unless anything like emergent comes. If there's an emergency, then I will change it. But other than that, it'll be this Saturday. I talked a little bit about it last night, about some of the stuff that's coming. An overhaul to the World Anvil, a bunch of new stuff. So I wasn't kidding when I wrote in that little milestone thing, or the goal that we were trying to get to, the meter, that this is growing the realm. This will more than double it in size, so should be interesting. Other bits of bookkeeping. I don't think there's anything that cancels the coming streams, so I think we'll be fine unless anything comes up. But yeah, let's get rid of this. That was loud. All right. So the chat box is working. That's good to see. Yeah. All right. Exclamation mark. Silver song. There we go. So previously, yes, all of those Dungeon Dragon Farm. All of those. Lots of all of those. So the party, after hunting down rumors about where this mystical lyre that is said to cure illnesses may lie, they have tracked it down to being sealed away by some Dragonborn, along with something that the Dragonborn call their birthright. So, after finding some clues in a nobleman's house and stealing part of the keystone they need to access and get past where the Dragonborn have sealed this off, the party made their way out into the Silvercourt Woods to find the mine that they were looking for. And after half persuading, half intimidating a hunter in the woods into showing them where the mine was located, the party convinced the mine workers that they were there to take an inventory of all their supplies so that they could restock everything that they might need. And so the mine's foreman showed them around the mine a little bit and kind of showed them the supplies they had. And while they were doing that, Gale snuck off as he was invisible and went to explore some of the parts that the foreman had said were caved in. Though Gale quickly learned that wasn't actually true. While the others made their way around some of the rooms, they saw an alchemist working in one of the caves, one of the excavations, who appeared to be mixing up some type of concoction that was used to blast open new parts of the mine. that alchemist seemed to have some papers on him that the party took an interest to, though they made a failed attempt to sneak anything that he had away from him, pledging that the party pledged that they would attempt it again later. So, as we get back into it, okay, good. The chat box is still here. As we get back into it, the foreman had just finished showing Kaj, Tibur, Nali, Pavlova, and Rola around. Pavlova and Rola being NPCs, not players, for those who are not aware. Rola being a dragonborn who is helping the party from his own desire to see the birthright, and Pavlova being a scholar who is researching the lyre, also working for the Pavlova's VIP, not NBC. Sorry, okay. But after showing all of you around, the foreman was leading you guys back out to finish the inventory of the camp outside the mine. As Gale kind of watched you guys all leave from behind the partially collapsed tunnel. What was your name, Mr. Foreman? It started with a K, I think. No, maybe an R. Was it Ravi? Something like that.
It was Robbie.
I'm opening the 17 folders of Silversong, so that's why it's taking me a long time. You are indeed Ravi. Very well. Okay. So, Ravi kind of gestures you all, leading you back out towards the entrance of the cave as the light begins to surround you again. It was not nighttime yet, as you guys are traveling through the woods, but it's sort of approaching the afternoon at this point. And so he leads you back out of the cave, off towards their camp, just outside its entrance. So Gale, you're still inside. But the foreman leads a lot of you back out. And let me grab there he is. Back out into the surrounding forest, where most of the miners are still kind of hard at work doing their own thing. You can see some of them maintaining their supplies, some of them stacking crates, some of them are, one or two of them may be slacking off a little bit. But the entire camp, while littered with these tents that they set up, also has a bunch of different supply crates all lying around, including a large cart off to the side. So Ravi kind of leads you all out of the mine and then turns back towards you and says, "All right, then. I'll let you get to work then." Well, don't look too eager. Pavlova busies herself, as she's the one who you told the mine foreman was actually taking the inventory. She busies herself kind of examining the various tables they have set up here. And she's pulled back out that little piece of parchment where she was taking her little pretend inventory. And you see her kind of jotting away little notes from time to time. Doing her best to feign the impression of knowing what she's doing. What do the rest of you do?
I'm gonna walk up to Tibbs. Hey Tibbs. We might need a distraction if Gil comes out.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
What do you think?
Well, I mean they'll be busy, right?
Yeah, we should probably just make him look the other way though. I don't know where Gil's gonna go after he comes out.
We also don't know when he's coming out.
Yeah. So we'll just keep an eye out.
There's also a good chance he just doesn't come out.
Yeah, that's true.
So as I said, it's approaching kind of the afternoon. It's not sundown yet, but it's getting later into the day. So Pavlova will kind of continue to make her way around the camp and pretend to take inventory. The supplies that the miners have, you can find crates of rations that they use to keep themselves fed, as well as some replacement parts, some heads to the pickaxes that they can use to fix anything that might be broken. You find some old shovels and some empty lanterns, as well as packs full of wax candles that they use to light the camp.
Hmm?
And do you think maybe we should set up the tent?
Yeah, we probably should. I'm gonna keep an eye out for if Gale comes out.
Well, shouldn't I do that?
Do you have a way to make a distraction?
What do you mean? Won't he be invisible?
He might be.
Last I knew, he was invisible.
Oh, I saw him in there, and he was very not invisible.
True.
Oh. Okay.
He came out
Yeah,
through the.
I wasn't aware of that.
He came out through the rubble, and what they said was a collapse part. I don't know what he plans on doing, but I don't know.
Hmm.
Can he go invisible again?
Um, I'm not sure.
No, I didn't know he could do it.
I didn't even know he.
About it.
I didn't even know he could do it.
I'm just shocked. The guy pulls new stuff out every day. I swear.
Yeah.
But I think I can
So,
pull something off if he does come out. I've got a trick.
that's vague.
I just say, if you're something creepy, it's probably me. And if it's not me, then I will look as creeped out as the rest of you.
Hmm.
How creepy.
Hmm. I don't know. It might not be as creepy as this forest. Guess we'll
Tibbs,
see. These guys have been here a while, so maybe it's easier to scare them. Maybe it's harder.
you have the tent, Tibbs, yeah?
Tent.
Tent, yeah.
Holy,
Um,
holy moly, Tibbs.
yeah.
There you go. You can all move it now. Just put it wherever you want.
I just feel like maybe sometimes we should probably go in there and talk instead of just standing around.
Hmm.
Might look less suspicious.
Is it more suspicious for us to go crowding into a tent and talk?
That's actually. No, I didn't think about that. But now that you mentioned it,
Also, I'd rather not leave Pavlov out here alone. Or is Rolla? Oh, okay. There he is.
all right. See, I'm still wondering what the music was.
Music.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. The melody. It brought me here.
That's concerning. How do you feel?
What do you mean? How do I feel?
Do you feel weird or anything?
I always kind of feel a little weird.
Hmm.
I see ghosts, apparently.
How do you feel, Tibbs?
Pretty good.
Okay. Did anybody else hear it?
Yes?
Huh?
Did you hear it?
Did you
Out
hear
loud?
it?
I don't think so.
Nobody else heard it.
No.
All right. Maybe you get some rest soon.
No, it was definitely not in my head.
Oh, yeah.
I say definitely. Probably not.
If you wake up and you're silver, I'm gonna have to kill you. I'm sorry.
They're getting there already.
You could always try.
You want to
Um,
spar?
Pavlova kind of walks by the group of you, and as she does, she kind of slows her pace and whispers to the two closest to her. There's an awful lot of stuff here. I can tell them that it'll take all night, if that's what you want.
Probably a good idea.
Yes. That sounds good.
She gives you a small nod and keeps walking.
She's crushing it out there.
No. What do we do about the whole ocean of it all?
Oh, what?
The explosives.
Oh. This makes me a little nervous to start flinging around fire in there.
Hmm.
Do we need to do anything about it?
Good.
I mean, if there's a cave in, might need some help to get past it.
I did see Kale get past it, so it might not be that hard, but when he comes back, we can talk to him about it and see.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just by the cave.
He was like coming around the corner from it.
Hmm.
Looked like he found a way across. Maybe he flew.
I feel like before we do anything else, we should probably reconvene.
Mm-hmm. You think he's coming out? I'm gonna look over there.
I've got no idea.
Well, Gail, you can tell me what you're up to, because you saw them all leave back in the cave, kind of escorted back out of the mine by Ravi. And so they disappeared kind of off into the light at the end of the tunnel. But you were still knelt down kind of behind this pile of wood and stone here with a very good stealth roll from last session.
Right. Probably would have waited about, I'm impatient, 3 minutes, and I would try and just get across. I don't know. I don't really care about making a sound. I just want to try and get across.
Yeah. So you wait. They definitely don't come back by the end of 3 minutes. So you attempt to climb your way over this rubble. I'm just gonna keep using that stealth check, since we didn't get to use it too much last session. So I'll keep you 23. You managed to get over this pile of rubble here, without making really much of a sound. A couple small little pebbles just because it's unavoidable. But there's nobody in this tunnel right now, so nobody hears it.
Convenient. All right. Well, trying to remember if I saw the one guy go down there. Well, don't want to get distracted. So I'll go back, but as I get closer, I'll cast invisibility for the last time for the day.
Very well. So as you kind of get closer towards the light, you quickly dip invisible and then can make your way over back towards the miners' camp. And as you kind of near the exit out into the camp, you can see the others standing around. The three of them in the center talking, and then Rolla and Pavlova kind of off searching through the crates that are lying all around this camp. Pavlova's over in the corner talking with Ravi, the foreman, and she's just kind of saying, "Yes, you have quite a lot of supplies here, so I imagine it's going to take us at least all night to fully take an accurate inventory. My employees here, they do actually have a tent with them, so we'll just set that up somewhere in your camp. Is that all right?" And Ravi just kind of, "Oh yes, all right. We do want the resupply, so okay."
Wow, she's really good at her job.
Oh. There he is.
Where am I?
Are you guys
What do
okay?
you mean? Where are we? Please, what's happening?
You guys are like hearing shit as the forest getting to you.
Mm,
Hearing?
that, I think.
I'm gonna put my finger in Nolly's ear.
You're hearing a melody.
Why,
Taj, you're
why are
hearing
you doing that?
what? Are you? I think you need to get some sleep.
What do you mean? No, if you don't know, the blue one's back.
No.
No, remember how I told you I could tell, and when things are near. Over by
just
Kosh.
I don't
spoke
see
next to
him.
me, that's how I knew. You guys read the
Well,
mirror?
it seems like you're the only one who doesn't know, Tibbs. And that's just
Well, if he's here,
kind
then
of the norm at this point.
if he's here, then make him appear.
Right next to you.
Tibbs pretend he doesn't hear shit.
I'm going to put my hand on top of his head and wriggle his hair.
No reaction.
Ooh. I smack his head.
I think you guys are crazy.
God, just giving Dibs a very concerned look right now.
What?
I'm gonna look at Answer. Is he actually like not okay?
Honestly, I think he's the one who's having the problems.
Is it safe for me to pop out, or are they gonna freak out?
Hold on. What if three of us just go into the tent? The
What
three
if
of
we
us,
just
and then
tell
just.
them that we were expecting one more person?
I'm not going
Oh,
on the tent with you.
I was gonna say, Kosh and I go in. Gail also goes in, and then all three of us just come out. And maybe they won't notice. And there's an extra person.
I mean,
Is-
are they, why do you think they want like one more person here?
No. Your idea is definitely better.
I think you guys are overthinking it.
Yeah, we could just tell them to come. Like, Gail, if
Is-
you want to go to the forest, we'll go talk to him really quick.
Sure. Is there any chance that we could just go inside?
Where?
I found what we're looking for.
Oh, we just want to go
Wait.
through there.
Where?
Inside. Can we go inside?
Inside there or inside there?
What? No. If what we needed was inside the tent, then why did we come all this way through the forest?
I don't know.
Wait,
I don't.
you talked
I've never
about
slept
the
in the tent
door.
before.
Yes, I'm talking about the door. I
Oh.
found a passage.
Behind the cave in?
Okay, let's go.
No.
What are you doing about these guys?
Hold on. What if we? Okay, I was just going to say maybe we do it in the morning, but if you want to go now, might as well.
I mean,
In
I
the
would
morning would be nice.
I would like to do it in the morning.
Tips.
All right. Well, let's just let him wander off on his own.
Is that a good idea?
I think it would
Yeah,
be funny.
be funny. Okay.
Yeah, let's just let him. He'll eventually come back, and if not, we can find him tomorrow.
Okay.
This is going to be hilarious.
I told them that it would take all night, so you can set your tent up wherever you like.
Okay.
I'm gonna chuckle at how inconvenient it was for us to put it in the middle of the camp.
Yeah. Maybe we change where it is.
Yeah, you can put it wherever you want. I was just giving you the asset.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, Gale, did you just teleport that thing? It's amazing.
Where did you want to do that?
He's full of surprises, that one.
Relatives in the cave. I mean, it's not too suspicious if you're just walking around in there.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not too concerned.
I want to go take a look at the forest of it. I won't go too far, but
I'll go with you.
we need someone to keep an eye on Pev.
If Rowan is here, so is Gale.
Is Gale here?
He's over by the tent.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the other two going into the cave. Are we sure that's okay?
What are they gonna do? A dwarf
Their
and a
asses
man.
kicked.
Exactly. And there's just 2 more people we don't have to worry about.
Okay, we'll be around Pev. Just make some noise if anything happens.
You keep doing what you're doing, Path.
All right.
Good
Keep an
job.
eye on her, Rolla.
Would you ask him? Sorry.
Keep an eye on her.
All right. Yes, I can do that.
Excellent. Also potentially back up Tibbs if he's in over his head. Shouldn't be a problem.
I see. All right.
Not much gets over his head. It should be all right.
But also, don't put yourself out. Like, it'll probably be fine.
Understood. All right. So, Gel, you make your way into the tent. What are you up to? Out of
Oh, I'm
curiosity.
snoring.
Heading to bed.
Yeah, but I'm snoring, so that'll be a little awkward if they come by the tent.
There's a ghost in there.
Oh no.
All right. The other two, you make your way out into the woods.
Into the woods.
All right. So I'm assuming you probably don't get too far from camp.
No, yeah, we're not going way out. I just want to go out and look at the trees.
Very well. The two of you kind of branch off from the group and make your way out into the dead forest with these sort of grayish trees.
This is all bad.
It's not good.
Is there anything in particular that you're looking to do out here?
For me, I was just gonna take a look at the trees and stuff and see if I can tell anything about the corruption going on.
Yeah, make a nature check then.
Oof.
Can I do like a poison check? What was that? What would a poison check be?
Just make investigation. It won't be particularly helpful regardless.
Okay.
It's not really any poison that you've seen before, Nali. Nah, it's not as though anyone has dumped poison on each of these trees. Kaz, you're not really able to learn too much more than what you already knew.
Well,
Does it seem like it's
there-
emanation from somewhere?
yeah.
Make make an int check, either of you.
Where's the? Oh, there it is. Oh, no.
You can both make one.
It's not going to be very helpful.
Well, this was fairly obvious, so I made the DC a 10. The
Oh.
closer you get to the mine, the more dead the trees are.
Mhm.
So I
Using
think
all the bad rules. All right, let's go.
I'm kind of right about the whole bones leaching whatever's happening here.
Yeah. Well, while I have you out here, something I've been meaning to tell you, Tibbs, probably Pav too.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's pretty recent, but and I'm going to tell Zariel all about what happened with Hestia and the campfire the other night.
Very well. You describe your encounter with the golden flame and the silhouette within it. The figure who identified herself as Hestia the Golden, referring to you as Son of the North, Kaj. And how afterwards you were able to manifest golden feathers that formed into wings, as well as her sort of affecting and improving some of your healing, which is in turn what you did with the wolf that the party encountered as you made your way closer to the mine.
Yeah, it was a lot to take in, but
I had a suspicion.
a suspicion.
You're an Asmar.
An awesome. Okay. What is that?
It's,
Is that like the golden fire? Is that the wings? What does that mean?
well, no, he kind of just looks up, trying to like remember. It's kind of like having a divine being on your side. I'm not entirely sure how it works. But I had a friend a long time ago, and he was an Asmar as well.
Hmm. Do you think they could help me figure it out?
Nowing's face just kind of like looks really, really sad. They're dead.
I'm sorry.
But the North, you would have been from the north part of the Elder Isle.
That's far away, yeah. I don't really remember, but that seems really far away.
That's where your people come from. It's where Niles came from as well.
Is there a lot of us?
No, less than you would think.
Okay. Well, I guess next time I talk to Hestia, I can ask more about it.
Hestia, yes. I don't think Hestia was the one that Niles had. I still don't know much about it. It sounds... Well, I mean, imagine having a celestial being on your side, sort of helping to guide you, and you have a destiny, sort of. That's kind of amazing.
She did warn me it was going to be tough, but honestly, it's very comforting knowing she's there, and I don't want to let her down with this, you know?
Don't just do whatever she says. Whatever you do, just Just don't ignore her.
Oh no, I'm. It's hard to stop myself from trying to contact her even now.
Okay. Because I've seen things go wrong. And it's not pretty.
I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, I was able to do that to the wolf. I don't know the extent of how that goes, how far that goes. If I was able to even, if I could have cured somebody with actual silver vein, I have no idea. I kind of doubt it. It might just be this corruption over here specifically.
What about the tree?
This one right here.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be getting any more trouble today. I can give it a shot. Okay. This part's still hard to me. I got to focus for a second. So, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing as before, but I'm going to do a cure wounds this time and try and pull some of the warmth that I felt before into it when I do it.
Very well. Who's this being cast on?
The tree.
The tree. All right. So you do feel that same kind of surge of golden warmth as you did last time. And again, should you choose to push not just healing magic and that sort of arcane energy, but also the golden warmth, then it will consume an extra spell slot of the same type.
Yep, I'll do it.
All right. Then you push the golden warmth into the tree, and as you see it kind of spread up through the trunk and across the leaves, they slowly begin to turn back towards a greenish color. The trunk regaining a healthy kind of brown color as you channel your arcane energy. And so, for all intents and purposes, this tree looks quite normal now. Make an Arcana check as well, Kaj.
Oh boy.
Let me
Not
just
good at that.
give you a little.
It's a 5-day.
5. Okay. Never mind.
It, I'm gonna turn to no. It works. I think.
Wow. I wonder if it'll stay like that. We'll have to check
Maybe we can go back
sometime
and check on
later.
it later and see.
Yes. Hmm.
I mean, ideally, I wouldn't have to walk through the whole forest and try and do this everywhere because it does take a lot out of me. You were saying, Hestia said it came from the chasm. I'm guessing that's the cave.
Oh. Hmm. All right. Something is bad in there.
Right.
What I wonder is if the corruption started because they were messing around, getting closer, and maybe disturbed something that they shouldn't have. Because we have the key, they didn't have the key, right? So
Right. Who knows what they were trying to do to get in there?
maybe
Yeah, still gotta see what this looks like. Gil says he found it, but
maybe the curse happened because they weren't holding the key.
Hmm.
Still, how is that silver vein?
Did someone take it out of here?
Well, I suppose if they are mining things from here, which it looked like they were, and they're probably spreading that all. I'm not sure.
No, they had operations all the way back as far as the forest near home.
True.
It's crater now, but
True.
Mm. But we also know that because in part of the ledger it said something about seafaring. So we know that they are merchants.
Oh, fire! You really gotta find that liar.
Yeah,
The pressure is on.
it's a little worrying.
It's all right. SJ's with us, yeah.
With you, I'm not sure if they're much of a fan of me.
All right. The two of you kind of make your way back towards the mining camp. Good catch about the seafaring vessels, Nali. I put that in there on purpose, so I'm glad somebody caught it.
The
So the two of you make your way back towards the camp. Gail's still snoozing in the tent. But I'm actually going to cut away back to what Tibbs is up to in the mine.
Oh
Oh
no.
boy.
All right. So Tibber, you make your way back into the mine, just kind of darting back in there as everybody else is still working outside. And they followed you a couple minutes later, so you have a small amount of time. So you make your way back down this tunnel to the many different crossroads that lie within it. What are you up to?
I'm pretty sure he knows they're not gonna follow him, so he's kind of just fucking around, hitting the walls, kind of, like, ooh, what's in this?
All right. You take a peek kind of into one of these old rusted mine carts. You can see kind of some old stones lying down in the bottom of it. You can make an investigation check if you wish.
Well, I'm amazing at these. Oh,
Well done. All right. As you kind of quickly peer into one of these old, rusty mine carts, the light from the lamp actually kind of glints off of something down inside of it. And you notice that one of the stones down at the bottom of this mine cart has something kind of shiny along the edge of it that caught the light.
ooh. He'll pick it up.
All right, you reach down into the minecart and snatch up that one stone, now holding it within this torchlight, within the lantern light, rather. You can see that there is this shiny little vein of ore within this rock that appears to be silver ore.
He's gonna get a little bit he wants to see what's down this way. He's not gonna go too far, just enough.
Yeah, so again, as I told Gail, this part of the passageway has been sort of partially collapsed. There's still room to kind of climb over this pile of rubble, but it's splinters of wood and piles of stone from partially collapsed support beams and the cave roof above. And as I said before, for the benefit of people who weren't here, this sign here that's been just sort of placed in front of it reads, "Danger, cave in."
And I'm trying to remember outside. The last person we saw there was still the person down here, right?
Last you saw, yes, there's still somebody in the mines.
Hmm.
So you estimate that there is sort of enough room for you to crawl over this pile of rubble. There's sort of a gap near the top of it that you could crawl through. But the precarious nature of this pile of rubble, you estimate it probably won't be the quietest thing in the world.
Hmm. No. I should wait.
All right. As you kind of take a couple steps back from the the tunnels, the collapsed part of the tunnel. You hear kind of some footsteps along the stone from behind you. And you turn to see the foreman Ravi, as well as another miner accompanying him. And Ravi just kind of looking through the gloom of the old cavern, just says, "You all right in here, lad? What you up to?"
I'm bored.
All right, but mine is not exactly a safe place to just be hanging around just because you're bored.
You have better ideas.
Well, the camp, you can play cards with one of us or something like that. It's not a place to be wandering around in, lad. Especially not that tunnel there.
Yeah, what's up with this anyway?
Well, it caved in a little bit ago, and ever since then, we don't recommend anyone go down there. It's dangerous of reoccurring. So, we'd hate to see you get buried under piles of stone, lad.
You been
Can-
down it?
You can insight check that if you want.
Sure.
Nice rolls.
So that's where all the good rolls were.
I told you you need it. You need the boy.
As you kind of look back towards him as he describes this cave-in that happened a little while ago and how people aren't allowed down there for their own safety, he shifts his weight slightly and you see his eyes kind of dart to the side, avoiding staring directly at you. This guy behind him, though, seems perfectly convinced. It seems as though really only Ravi is the one who is aware that perhaps a cave-in is not accurate.
How far have you guys gotten?
What do you mean by that, lad?
Well, I mean, how far did you dig the tunnel?
Well, we were digging in that direction. He points past you towards the cave-in. But ever since the cave-in, then we had to change directions. We've got a dig site down there. He points down that tunnel. Dig site over here. And just recently, we've been setting up one over here. Haven't set up the tracks yet, but we're getting there.
Interesting.
Yeah, we had to change directions for the time being until this section of the cave is safe once more. But again, cave-ins are dangerous things, so it takes some time.
Sure. When you said how long ago it was that you blocked this off?
Well, a couple of months ago.
How long does a process like that normally take?
Quite some time, lad. I don't think you want to get buried in stone, and we share the sentiment. So it's a slow process. For the time being, until we can make sure it's safe, we're focusing on the other directions. We've got plenty of silver to mine in both of our excavations, and we're hoping that there's another pocket off to the north there. Just haven't done the blasting yet.
And is silver the only thing you guys dig up here?
Well, it is a silver mine, lad. If we stumble
Sure.
across something else, then so be it. But there is silver in these hills, so that's the focus.
That's pretty cool.
These silver mines, they're quite prosperous. Imagine half of Glory Bell is funded on this alone.
It's a lot of silver.
Indeed, lad. This is quite a silver mine, I must say. Far more veins than any I've ever seen in my lifetime. And that's saying something. I've dedicated my life to mining.
So you've been in mines before this one.
Of course.
When did you get set to here?
Well, it had to be about a couple of years now. First we had to plan it all, though.
Who'd you plan with?
You don't know that, lad.
Eh. I stay out of the documents.
Very same person who sent you here, no?
Yeah, but I mean, look at me. More of a
More of a fighter,
Muscular.
sort.
you could say that.
I could say that. Yes, well, the self-same person who's tasked you with taking an inventory is the very same person who we did the planning with.
Okay. Well, I was just curious.
Of course. Mining is a quite interesting job, I must say. Often people find it boring or too tedious, but it's a passion of mine.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna pry too much. I do kind of have a lot of steam to blow off, though.
All right, lad. Well, you can come back to the camp and play cards or drink with the boys.
You guys wager?
From time to time.
Count me in.
Don't usually partake myself, but some of the boys definitely bet on the card games.
I'm in there. Let's go.
All right, very well. Let's head on out of here before before anything gets broken. And they begin to escort you back towards the entrance of the mine here. Back at the camp as Gale snoozes away and the other two return from their little foray into the woods. The two of you, Kaj and Nali, see Tibber and the other two miners exiting the mine as you guys arrive back at camp.
If under anything.
Gale speaking in his sleep over there.
Hmm. Probably. I wonder. Hey, Kaj.
Mhm.
Nolly switches to Celestial. Do you understand what I'm saying? You must understand what I'm saying, yeah?
Kaji gonna turn really slowly and look at you. Yeah, I don't know why.
Huh. That's nice. He switches back to go.
That sounded so nice. Can I? I'm gonna try speaking in Celestial.
Yeah, you
Can
can
I-
speak it.
I can say stuff like that.
It's I think it's a perk of your race.
I didn't even have to try this. Okay.
I never tried, just in case, but it's kind of cool.
How did you learn? Did you have to study it?
Yeah, Naz actually taught me, and also I learned it. I learned a bunch where I was held.
Sounds like they were really talented.
Oh yes, uh, they they were a protector, just like you.
Got some big shoes to fill then.
The biggest.
All right, so everybody sort of reconvenes back at camp. Rolla and Pavlova are still feigning the inventory taking as the three, the two mine workers and Tibber exit the mine back into the center of camp. So you all sort of reconvene.
Doesn't look like he got into any trouble. It's a shame.
I'm gonna walk over to Pavlova, and I'm gonna kind of nudge her and wink,
Yes, did you need anything?
and then like really loudly, I'm gonna say, "Yeah, boss, we went and took a look around the edges. It doesn't look like it's out here yet."
Yes. Good. Thank you for taking care of the job that I tasked you with.
Mhm. We're all hoping it doesn't show up, but we'll keep an eye out.
Yes, indeed. We are hoping that it does not show up. Yes, of course.
Kaj looks really pleased and walks off in this direction.
So
Did you enjoy your stroll?
the other miners sort of busy themselves back with the business that they were attending to before they had to go address Tibber sneaking off into the mine. And so that leaves the three of you sort of unattended. But it's passing now well into the afternoon. So if you did want to kind of pretend to assist Pavlova until nighttime, you can just let me know. Unless there's anything else you guys want to do.
No, I'm cool with that.
Nolly just wants to know what Tibbs was doing in the mine.
Well, I found this piece of silver.
Silver.
Yeah, you show Nolly the stone. It's just sort of a very dull, normal-looking rock, except for there's this very faint vein running through it that sparkles and shines a silvery color.
It is a silver mine.
Yep, found that out.
How'd you not know that?
Wasn't paying attention. But I did find out. I don't think these guys are in on it. I think it's just the big guy.
What big guy?
Main guy.
So,
The old dwarf over there. Not really big,
okay.
more wide, but you know what I mean.
Well, it's just that you started the whole sentence by saying these guys aren't in on it.
The
And then
workers.
you're saying, but one of them is.
The little guys aren't in on it.
Okay.
I don't know what you would call him, manager.
Foreman,
I
mine
think he
foreman.
runs the show.
Foreman. Okay. So Ravi knows what's up.
Yeah, other
How-
guy was pretty convinced there was a cave in, but the foreman seemed, shaky that I was close to it.
I wonder if he made the cave in.
I do have an idea to try and scare these guys off in the morning.
Either he made it or he's the only one that knows where it leads to.
Oh. Well, they must know. Aren't they the ones who were mining it?
Well, I tried to ask if they know where it leads to, and
Oh.
he played dumb, so.
Okay. What's your plan?
It's hard to explain. I guess just follow my lead when I start doing it. It'll be more entertaining that way, anyways.
Okay.
Pab's in on it. Kinda.
Okay.
I actually don't want to tell Gilly that it's gonna be fun to see how he reacts.
I
But
feel
if they don't
like
get scared by whatever I do, then we can just scare them off the old-fashioned way.
true. But I think I understand part of this.
I haven't done it before, so we'll see how it goes.
Uh-oh. Well, that just scares me. It'll probably be fine.
Yeah. Hester's with me, it's fine.
I think we should probably help Pavi finish up, though.
Did you guys say that you were talking in a different language?
No, I was
Nope.
back to speaking
Yeah, they switched back.
common there.
it would be weird if Nolly just walked up to you, started a
Starts-
conversation in a random like. That is kind of
I'm not
something you
afraid.
would do that.
All right. So you guys want to assist Pavlova in pretending to take an inventory?
Mhm.
All right.
Go, boss.
Then yeah, you spend a couple hours doing that. Pavlova kind of keeps trying to think up things to have you guys do, so that it feels like everybody is working and that nobody's just standing around. Occasionally, you get a little bit of spare time to kind of um, just sort of watch the other miners, and they seem to be just going about normal business. None of you are particularly familiar with mine work, so from your perspective, it just appears like they're running a mine. Um, and Pavlova will sometimes assign you guys. She'll point at a crate and tell you to just take all the contents out and line it all up. And then once you're done with that, she'll just sort of come over with a little piece of paper and, yes, of course, I see. Or a little bit low on that, just sort of bullshitting your way through it. And then she'll just kind of get you to stack it all back up and put it back in the crate as she just sort of pretends to be busy. And so over the course of a couple hours of that, as you assist while Gil slumbers in the tent, eventually you see the miners begin to kind of slow down on their workday. They were busy. You see occasionally some of them head back into the mine and then return. They're sometimes pushing that old rusty minecart back out, and you can see them hauling piles of stones out of the minecart, and then you can see they have small little mallets and chisels, and they're breaking them open and examining them. But after a certain amount of time, they begin to slow a little bit, and some of them stop with their work and start to kind of set up nighttime camp. They begin to put away some of the stuff that they don't need. In the center of the camp, they begin to build a campfire, and they begin to light some of the torches out here so that they can see a bit better as day turns to night.
Ooh.
And so after a decent amount of time, you realize that a lot of the miners, some of them stay up, but some of them begin to kind of retire into tents. And the couple that do stay up kind of sit over by the campfire and keep warm. Eventually pulling out a pack of cards and playing just some kind of casual games near the fire.
Does anyone see that little gnome thing anywhere?
A little gnome thing.
Was he not a gnome?
Well, what do you remember his name?
Torg?
His name was Torque.
Torg? I
Oh,
don't.
look, these guys.
As day turned to night, Nali, you kept an eye out, kind of every once in a while, checking both the people out in the camp as well as watching the mine entrance. You did not see Torque ever really leave the mine and back into the camp. He didn't do any sort of trips back out to the camp.
I was wondering if maybe we should check out his tent. Maybe get some more clues on that organization is trying
You
to
know which
kill
one
us.
this is?
No.
Yeah.
I don't. Could probably just break into a tent. Can you really break into a tent? One just sort of walks in.
I feel like you'd have to mess up pretty bad to break into a tent.
Sure.
So are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
All right. Pat him on the shoulder. All right. Good luck.
Yes.
Guidance.
Molly's gonna try and sneak into this tent.
Very well. Yeah, there's sort of some space where you could duck in behind these crates here among the trees and peek in that side if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So make a stealth roll for me.
Oh boy.
All right.
Ooh.
In the darkness, with really only the in this section, it's really only the campfire that's lighting anything, as there's no lantern nearby. You managed to kind of duck in out behind the crates, feigning that you were going to go back to your tent out here. You quickly duck in behind the crates, and nobody notices you as you make your way out behind this tent here. Now,
Yes.
yeah, so now rounding the other side of this tent, the others are still kind of looking into the campfire here, so they're not looking at you. As long as you don't make any loud noises intentionally, they won't see you.
Yeah, he's just gonna go in.
So you take a peek inside this tent. It's got kind of some furs lying along the bottom of it for blankets, and you can see sort of some belongings, an old pack sitting in the corner, as well as another pickaxe lying along the side of it.
And nothing alchemical?
No, you don't see anything like that.
Okay. Just gonna try the other tent then.
Very well.
The one under the tree. Sneaky sneak over there.
Yeah, we'll use the same stuff. Though.
Cool.
So they're still looking into the fire, and the others have gone off to sleep. So you quickly dart across the camp towards the other tent that sort of was left unattended, that you didn't see any miners crawl into. And when you peek into this one, you see just a bunch of empty bottles lying around. And this one's far messier than the other tent. It does also have kind of the same furs lining the bottom for blankets. But this one just has a mess of empty bottles. Some of them have kind of spilled on the furs. And then there's a bunch of corks lying around from the bottles themselves, as well as you see just sort of various herbs completely uncontained by any sort of box or anything, just sort of lying strewn throughout this tent. Torque, clearly not a very tidy person.
And now he's gonna see if there are any like papers or anything.
Papers?
Or anything with the symbol of the,
No, you're fine.
weird organization.
You don't see anything with that symbol. You root kind of through his things, hunting for pieces of parchment or anything like that. You don't find anything of that sort. You do find a small little leather pouch, as well as what appears to be kind of a curved horn, like one that you would blow into. And then continuing to root through this fellow's things. It takes a couple minutes just because everything's thrown everywhere. He doesn't have it all placed in a single pack. But eventually you actually find another pair of those long, down to the elbow leather gloves, resembling the ones that you found before.
Okay. What's in the pouch?
Yeah, you pull out the drawstring and you find just a group of dice.
Meta.
Mm. Yeah. Can Nolly like I don't know, like examine would he know anything about either of those things, the horn or the dice?
The horn, I would say probably not too much, other than it looks like a horn to be blown and therefore could signal something. That's about the extent of how you would know. People often use them to make loud noises in order to signal things or alert other people. But other than that, you aren't aren't aware of anything else. The dice themselves, you would have perhaps seen people gamble with them. There are various games that can be played with a set of dice, and so they would be a common gambling tool, much like a deck of cards.
Okay. He's just gonna quick look around to see if any of the potion stuff looks familiar.
Well, they do look a lot like the bottles that he had out in the mine, strewn across his table. Though these ones are all empty.
Okay. Well, then he's gonna go straight to Gale to see if his eyes see anything shiny with this horn or dice.
Yeah, you snatch the two objects and make your way back out of the tent.
Gale. Gale, I need your eyes. Gale, look at this.
What? I'm looking at.
The horn. Is it shiny?
No.
It is.
Good night.
Gale. Gale, I have another thing for you to see.
All right.
Okay. What about these dice? Nolly's hands over their pouch.
They also are.
No.
Okay. All right. He is gonna roll his eyes, and then go back to the tent.
Nolly, did you give me both of those things or just the dice?
Just the dice.
Damn. Okay.
He's gonna put the dice back where they were, but
I didn't give them back to you.
what? You're just asleep with them in your hand? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna have to take it away because he thinks that. Okay. Now he's going to take the item back.
All right, slide
No.
a hand.
You
Yeah.
can't. Oh, yes, you can too. I'm not actually asleep though.
Slide.
Oh, you're
hand.
not actually asleep.
No, I was gonna look at him when she left.
Okay. Well, if you wanted to take a peek at them while Nolly went back out.
Oh, at the dice?
Yeah.
Well, if he didn't have the dice, then okay, yeah, he wouldn't really go anywhere because he's gonna keep the horn because it's an alert system. So
So the dice, all of them do glow, Gil. It's not a particularly potent magical charm, but it is present.
Can I study them? See what they do?
Yeah, if you wanted to spend some time on it.
Sure.
Nolly's gonna come back in this time.
What, Nolly?
The dice. I need to bring them back.
No, you don't.
What do you mean I don't?
What do they need it for?
It's because it's their things. See, if it's not magical, I don't care if they have it or not.
Then why do you care about the horn?
Because it's an alert system. I don't want them blowing it when
Maybe
we
this is-
start to
maybe
ruin
this is-
things.
Maybe this is for gambling.
Yeah,
Gambling's a bad
and
thing.
I don't
Don't
want
do
them to know that I've been in there.
Then
It's easier if only one of the things is missing.
well, hypothetically speaking, if both are magical, then they shouldn't have either.
That's true.
So hypothetically, leave me alone for an hour.
You just lie to me.
You just woke me up from a nap.
You- Okay, then what does it do?
You haven't let me study? What do you mean?
Well, I didn't even know they were magical.
Stop bugging me and I'll tell you.
Fine.
Also, let me see the horn afterwards.
No.
Well, how am I going to study the horn?
From afar. And Nolly squints his eyes.
And you wonder why I lied. All right. Conscience, what do I roll? What do I do?
Make an Arcana check for me.
Hmm.
All right, yeah, with a 20. It's not a particularly complex set of dice. So the enchantment on it is not something that would take you a very long time to figure out. You study them a little bit and kind of roll them, and what you realize is whenever you roll this 6-sided dice, you're actually able to control what side it lands on just by thinking of it.
These are fun. Can I have these?
So yes, they're charlatans' dice. They're used to cheat at gambling.
Can I have these, Nolly? These are fun.
What do they do?
Oh, they're just cheating and gambling.
Ah, yes. You can have them. What about this horn? But you can't have this one.
I'm sorry, the only way I can identify is if I can touch it.
Okay, but you can't keep it.
Oh, sure. I won't keep it.
You can insight check that if you really want to now.
Yeah. Well, they know their magic sword eats things, so they're gonna insight check that.
Okay. So yeah, he's not exactly telling the whole truth of I need to touch it.
You're lying again, aren't you?
All right. Let me look at it.
All right. The horn itself, again, is a rather simple enchantment on it. So it doesn't require a ton of inspection to figure out. Though I will say this one is harder for you to test out, as I don't think you want to just blow it. Do you?
Well, Nolly's not gonna let him touch it, so it's kind of hard to blow it.
Yeah. So it's a little bit more difficult to just straight up test this one like you could with the dice. So you aren't exactly sure what it does, but you get a general sense that the horn is obviously not a standard horn. It seems to be almost tuned to something.
All right. So, pretty sure if you blow this horn, it notifies someone, but not like within the same distance. Probably like some other location. It's
Yeah.
connected to something, so it might like
Okay,
tell
so
them
it
to pick up.
was a good thing that I
Mhm,
found this and was going to keep it anyways.
mhm. Good way to
Excellent.
make money, and a good way to not get alerted.
Perfect.
All
Indeed.
right,
Well,
pleasure doing business with you.
yep. Enjoy those. Uh, Nolly's gonna quick go out into the forest and bury the horn somewhere that only he knows.
All right. Yeah. Very well. You duck back out into the darkness of the surrounding woods, and without making your way too far from camp, you can still sort of see the flickering firelight in the distance. You find a spot to bury the horn.
Okay, and then he just comes back.
All right. So it's now kind of progressed fully into night. A lot of the miners have drifted off to sleep. You guys can sleep as well as you want. But what's your plan for all of you, Tibbs, Kaj? I imagine Gail's going back to bed.
I was just gonna lean up against this box here and fall asleep.
Don't know, we
Yeah.
ain't playing shit, so I'm just chilling.
Nolly's gonna lean up against this box and take a watch.
All right. The others heading off to sleep. Pavlova definitely is. Just finding kind of spots to rest. All right. So the others kind of begin to drift off as Nali, you take your watch. Eventually, you see Ravi make his way over into this tent. But this miner actually stays up and just kind of sits next to the campfire. Part of the way during your watch, Nali, you see off in the distance, illuminated by the torchlight, the alchemist Torque make his way down out of the mine and just kind of yawning. You see him kind of look over at this guy and just, I'm off to bed. And the other one just kind of gives him a little nod and a hand wave, and then he makes his way over to this tent here and just, or sorry, not that tent, this tent over here. And heads off to bed. So, if there's anything that you want to do during your watch, Nolly, that's fine, but just let me know. Otherwise, we'll just progress.
They're just practicing throwing their dagger with precision into this box.
Okay. Just a periodical thud, thud
Yep.
once in a while. All right. Then each of you cycles through watches if you want to take one. Rolo will offer as well to take a watch.
I'll take last watch.
All right. Is there anything in particular that anybody wants to do during their watch?
Nope.
I just want to practice, like getting the feel for adding the warmth to the flame, and then just putting it back.
All right. Eventually, kind of through some of your watches, the miners will kind of switch out, with some of them heading off to bed and a different one also taking a watch. So much like you, they're also kind of switching in and out throughout the night. But eventually, it begins to roll back around to morning as you begin to see the light sort of cresting up over the dead trees and begins to illuminate the camp around you. Kaj, you took the last watch, so you're the first to rise, leaving only really one of the miners is the only person also awake with you.
Morning.
Morning. It's about time I switched off and got a little bit of rest myself.
Yes, well,
Early morning watch is always the worst one, eh?
I'm kind of partial to it.
Really? Well, suit yourself, I suppose. I'd rather avoid it.
Something about having the sun come up on up. It's nice.
Well, suppose if that's what you enjoy. And he kind of stands and stretches from the fire. He's been sitting here also with you for several hours now. He stands and stretches from the fire and makes his way kind of over towards this tent to wake up one of his buddies. You see him just kind of opening the flap in the tent here and just kind of kicking at something. Wait, wake up. It's your watch. And then another figure exits the tent and he quickly climbs back into it. And so this other miner makes his way out. Says, through kind of tired eyes, morning.
Morning.
Eventually it'll be time to wake everybody up.
Yeah, coming up here soon.
Well, I don't know what time your crew wakes up, but we wake up relatively early here. Got to get back to work.
A few of them were before, but the sleeping habits are getting a little weird now.
Yeah, it certainly happens around the camp too. Some of them like to stay up late and continue on their work, so when you're in the darkness of a cavern, sometimes things shift.
Oh yeah, especially the boss. I'm gonna point at Pavlova. She can sleep all day.
Fair enough.
She just curls up in the sun and she's gone for hours.
Our boss is always up right at the crack of dawn. She'll be waking up any minute now, right on schedule. He's an eager one, always ready to get right back into the mine. So Kaj, it is now kind of rolling into morning as dawn breaks. So you can wake your party up whenever you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna start waking him up. Gonna nudge Rilla.
Morning already.
Morning.
All right.
Gonna pat Pavlova on the head.
Yeah, all right.
Morning,
I'm up.
boss.
I'm up.
Gonna tussle Tibbs' hair.
Yo,
It's time to wake up.
Mm,
Up.
Gibbs,
What?
get up.
What are we doing?
Morning.
Waking up.
Well, no shit, but what's the plan?
I'd like them to be kind of grouped up. So I'm gonna wait and see if an opportunity presents itself. If you guys have another idea in the meantime, go for it.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
What if we somehow get... No, never mind. Changed my mind. Just remembered a certain someone is going to be a lot better at gambling now.
I'm sorry.
Oh, speaking of which, Nolly relays the information about the horn and the dice.
Barrel.
Nice catch.
Still don't know what's on his papers, but at least he doesn't have it.
Do you think there's more than one of those?
Yeah, now that I think about it, Tibbs, you said Ravi knew things, right?
Well, I mean, I'd put money on him being the one that knows anything, if anything.
Okay. And then maybe he has one as well. I didn't know what I was looking for. I checked his tent, and as far as I can remember, well, I wasn't looking for his tent, so I don't really remember what was in it. You know what's weird though? And it might just be me, but I've never seen anyone go into this tent. It's one way over there.
Which one? This one?
One way over there.
Right here?
Well, I have no idea where you're pinging. Where
I'll start. I
where
was
are you
pointing with
pointing?
drawing hand. Right there.
Okay, perfect. Yes, that one.
I don't know why I was doing it with my left hand. I don't usually do that.
Yeah. So, whose do you think that is?
Let's see. I recognize that guy, that guy. I don't know. Let me ask one of them.
But then they know we're interested.
Gosh, I'm gonna shrug.
Can I have the bag?
What bag?
Our bag. The bag that
Your-
we brought. The bag that we brought for this occasion.
Am I forgetting something?
Bag.
Hmm.
I don't remember. I don't remember a bag.
I'm looking at them to see if they know what he's talking about.
Oh,
I'm gonna put my fingers together to make a circle. The bag.
Oh.
No.
Why not? I wanna go.
You have something else to play with, right? And it's just, I'd rather not give it to you. I feel as if we would never find you again.
Are we in a hurry then?
I've already told you where I'm gonna go. You already know where I am gonna be.
We're about to go. We're all about to go. Also, should mention that the gnome also has those gloves.
What are you talking about?
You know those dragonborn gloves I found?
Oh, right. Oh, I never got to look at those.
Ah, that's true. Well, gnome also has a pair.
Is the sun up yet?
Yeah, it is. It's full on kind of morning. I didn't switch over the map just because it's still kind of dark, but eventually you see Ravi kind of make his way out of his tent and just say, "Oh, morning, everyone."
Morning.
Good morning.
Gil, are you invisible?
Nope.
He makes his way kind of over to the campfire and sort of rubbing sleep out of his eyes, looks over at the lot of you, and then just kind of notices Gale standing behind you and just, who are you?
He came with us.
He's out with us.
Hello.
Uh,
That's a funny way to say good morning.
no,
No, not good morning.
I don't recall.
Wait. Why are you not saying good morning to him, but specifically, but good morning to everyone else?
I said good morning to everyone. I just didn't
Oh,
realize
okay.
that there was someone that I hadn't met before here.
You've
Oh.
met him?
No, I have not.
No, actually, he didn't get the chance to. I came in pretty late, and you weren't here. They said I could just set up the tent and pass out.
Oh.
I apologize. I
Both
didn't get to introduce myself.
both the miners who are awake, this one and this one, they look a little more tense as they notice that Gale is here. What time did you? What time did you come in?
Kaj notices the situation going south. Wait. Do you feel that?
Nope.
What are you
Feel
talking about, lad? Feel what?
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy. I want to make the ground tremor right around us.
Okay.
I want to make ominous whispers come from the mouth of the cave. And I want to turn the fire to silver.
All right. Very well. So first the ground begins to shake, and you see everybody kind of look around. The two miners just, oh, an earthquake.
I'm gonna look at Pavlova. Boss, it's here.
Yes, it's here. She just kind of still looks at you, not really knowing what it is still. Just kind of defers it back to you. Yes, well, you're the specialist. What shall we do if it arrives? As these whispers now begin to manifest at the mouth of the cave. These ominous sounding whispers. Are they in common? Are they saying anything in particular?
In common.
Or just sort of just kind of soft little whispers that not really saying anything
No,
at all?
I want to make them start soft and then start getting louder the longer it goes.
All right. They kind of begin to build and build. And you see them both kind of spin back towards the mouth of the cave with alarmed expressions. And the foreman eventually spins back to you, Kaj, as Pavlova has deferred you as the specialist and goes, What are you talking about, it?
I'm going to turn back to Nelly and Tim, so we have to get the miners out of here.
Yes. So this is why we were brought early. Remember? Okay. We all have to go. Come on. Nolly's gonna start getting the miners up.
I'm going to produce flame into my hand and walk towards the mouth of the cave. I'm only going to be able to slow it down, so you guys need to get moving.
You still haven't told me what's it?
It's coming. That's all you got to know.
We gotta get out here.
You got to get out of here.
Let's go
Is anybody in the cave?
into the forest.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Well, I just woke up, lad. You all were awake.
Gil, we got to go look for somebody in there.
I'll
All right. I'll summon the
roll
sword.
Nolly's gonna try and get Pavlova and Rolla to escort the miners out of the camp and into the forest.
Yes, right this way, gentlemen. It's a dangerous thing, but as long as you're far enough away, you won't be harmed. And so the two are kind of just, what's going on, boss? What's going on? As they wake up, still kind of half asleep, and Rolla just begins to kind of forcibly shove them. It's for your own safety, lads. Come on, trust me. We're just going out here. And begins to kind of escort them away from the camp.
And Nolly's just frantically running around gathering the rest of them.
Yeah, Pavlova kind of handles these two, talking to the foreman. Look, my employees, they're here and ready to fight, so they'll head into the mine and they'll be looking for if there are anyone in there, if there is anyone still left inside. But for now, we need to get you to safety, all right, Mr. Foreman? It's just, all right, but you still haven't told me what it is. And she just, yes, of course, I'll explain once we're into the... She's just kind of pushing them along. Leaving only this guy who nobody really... He's just kind of pulling himself out of his tent. What's going on? He sees you, Tibber.
I'm just going to point.
Something happening?
Yeah, go. And I'll point to where they were... What?
He stands now up out of the tent and looks over at the others being ushered out into the forest. What in the seven hell's going on?
Look, your foreman's going. He's going to beat your ass if you don't go.
What? Oh, all right. No, he just kind of chases off after the group that Rolla's ushering out into the woods.
Well, okay.
I mean, I tried to wake up the gnome, but I don't know. I should go now, though.
All right. So the four of you duck your way down into the mine entrance, following Kaj, who is very dramatically walking off to make his heroic sacrifice into the cave. All right, let me get you all in here. And put you here. Let me get rid of you two. All right. Yeah, they're all gonna get attacked. Aren't they?
Just-
All right. So the four of you make your way down into the cave, following Kaj, and are now alone in the mine.
We should probably try to move as quick as possible. As fast as Gale usually does.
Tibbs, it worked.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
Don't worry, there's nothing down here. Well, at least nothing we don't know about.
Well, nothing we know about.
That too.
Might be something we don't know.
I'm still looking at my hands. I'm just super happy that I made it work.
All right. So you guys make your way through the tunnel down past excavation 1, the unfinished excavation to the north, and excavation 2 to the south, and arrive back at the collapsed part of the passage.
Oh.
Gale quickly scrambles his way up over it, across the splinters of wood and stone.
Do you think Pav and Roller are going to come back after us?
I hope not.
You hope not. Okay.
Nolly's gonna try and scramble up.
All right. So you guys follow Gale off through the tunnel, making your way through the sort of gap at the roof of the cave, and past the partially collapsed support beams and stone from the roof of the cave. I'm just gonna group you guys up. Again, making your way over this kind of pile of rubble does make some noises as you're kind of kicking loose stones out, but there's nobody in here to hear it. So Gale leads you guys along a rather dark and slightly winding tunnel. And eventually you arrive back into this open cavern where the lanterns sort of light themselves as you arrive.
Hell.
whoa, what the hell?
It's big.
Alright, now put it right here.
Hold on. I've got to put them together. Haven't done that yet. Nolly's gonna take out both the pieces. And kind of put them together. Like, seems like it fits.
All right. Yeah, you take out both pieces, both halves of the keystone, and they are sort of jagged in the same way. And as you kind of place them both together, you see sort of starting from one edge and making its way across, it sort of stitches itself back together. And as it reaches the other side, you see that this keystone is now whole once more. And Gale, as it completes stitching itself back together, you see it flash with a bright glow all of a sudden.
Well, it's working.
Huh. Okay. Hey, Gale, do you know what this does? He's gonna give him the gloves.
You really want me to start working on these right now?
Yeah, I kind of need to know what they do, because I get a feeling perhaps we need to wear them.
That's gonna take way too long.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay. All right. Who wants to do the honors?
Me! Here you go. Let me see it.
Who besides Gale wants to do the honors?
What the fuck?
You can do it. Let
Can't
him
you,
do it.
Hush.
can't you
Okay.
become a dragonborn?
Yes, but I'm not really a dragonborn. Like, I don't know if it would probably know that I'm lying about it.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess I could try.
Unless Tibbs wants to give it a shot.
Nope.
But
There you have it.
what about Hestia? It's your. She wants you to do this.
Think
It's
so?
it's your
Gil,
quest.
Kaz, you feel no manner of compelled by Hestia to be the one who does it.
Really doesn't feel like it.
Oh,
Whatever's for me is on the other side of that. I don't know if this part has much to do with me.
In fact, if anything,
Okay.
Hestia warned you of danger.
Okay, Gail. Here,
Great, thank
just
you.
gonna hand him the.
All right, so Gail, you make your way over to the ornately carved stone slab at the center of this archway, carved with these two dragons that kind of wind across each other. And at the center, where that indentation is, that fits perfectly as you reach up and press the keystone into place, and it sort of merges with the stone around it into just one solid face, now sitting at the center of the door. And as it clicks into place and merges with the rest, the stone slab that was blocking your passage through this massive carved archway just turns to dust. And as it turns to dust, you see that now walking through this archway leads you down a descent along a very long, dark corridor.
Well, shall we?
How are we all at scene in the dark? Everybody good?
That's the day I was
Maybe,
born.
maybe, maybe Gail shouldn't go first.
Oh, you're right. I can't see.
I'm gonna kneel down and pick up a rock, like a little rock, and I'm gonna cast light on it.
All right. Yeah, you pick up a
I'm gonna
stone
toss it to
and
Gil.
now have this bright glowing stone that bathes the area in a golden glow.
It's better than I thought it'd be.
Mm.
Is that for me to hold?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. So now before you stretches on the yawning mouth of this very long tunnel, and again, as I said, it descends down deeper underground. It is a rather steep slope as you begin to make your way down. Let's actually take a little 2-minute break right here, just because it's perfect and a cliffhanger, and I'm a very mean skeleton. But let's take a little 2-minute break, and we'll be right back. So get some water, get a snack, go to the bathroom, do what you got to do, and we will be right back.
If I roll another 5, I'm gonna re.
Oh my god. It's not been great.
I love being able to do that.
What?
Hestia says this does not have anything to do with me.
Yeah.
Trying to find every excuse not to give it to Gale.
Well, I mean, that's the inner Ruva coming out now. Like, ooh, no, I gotta keep the little ones safe.
Gil reacted well to all that stuff going down too. Gil nudges Tob. Whom's this Tob?
Oh my.
Just nudges one of the random miners.
Top. Tobias.
Hey Tob. It's like, who is this? Yes, the Red Lobster rules.
Never been to Red Lobster.
I haven't been there forever. Oh, teriyaki sounds good, right?
Dude, we had pho tonight. That shit was so good.
Dude, pho sounds good too.
Hit the spot, man.
I think aside from Doritos, I think I've had like just like boosts for the past 5 days.
Boost.
Been a liquid diet, boyo.
Alright. Skeleton returns. Think we're all here,
Yep.
I'm here.
yeah? I realized I forgot to do something.
Oh.
That I should have done, but
That
I was
doesn't sound
I was focusing on Kaj's little plan, so I forgot to do it. So I'll say that the excitement of the morning as you all awoke and were immediately launched into chaos of Kaj attempting to trick all the miners also caused you guys to not notice this either. So as you guys are bathed in Kaj's golden glow from the stone that he ignites with light, you look across at each other. Kaj, you're actually the one to notice it. Gale, Nali, and
Uh-oh.
Tibber all look a little unwell.
Oh, no.
What did you guys eat?
I didn't.
You know, I forgot to eat as well.
Same.
Well,
Kaj, you feel
yeah.
Kaj, you feel perfectly fine. But you can make a medicine check for me to determine more.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to Tibbs and just check him out really quick. Let me see your tusks. Open your mouth.
Well, an
Okay.
11, I can't give you a ton of information, but I can give you the obvious. In regards to his mouth looks all right. But as you kind of take a look at him, you notice something that you've seen before. He has distended silver veins along his neck.
Damn it.
What?
Take a look at Nolly and Gil too.
They both also have this.
Tell me, Doc, what's wrong?
Well, I need to get down there. You all are showing symptoms of the silver vein.
What?
Why aren't you?
I don't know.
Good question.
Hestia?
Most
Guess as
likely.
good as mine.
Guys, you can make an in check for me if you want to remember something. See if it's another 5.
It's
Jesus
11
Christ.
times.
What?
Let me think for you, please.
What if it's like with the tree?
We're getting there. We're leveling up.
You do not recall, Kaj.
What if it's like with the tree?
I can't.
Uh,
I can try and do it to all
No.
of you right now, but
No. I meant for why it wasn't affecting you.
What do you mean?
Well, you made the tree better, right? So
Yeah.
obviously you're able to make things better. So maybe
So
you're immune or something,
not
and
touch me.
and you
I don't know.
give the immunity to things.
That is a chance. I don't know. We should get moving. Tibbs, I need to tell you about something while we're walking.
Sure.
Were you saying, Nelly?
Oh, now he's gonna try and see if he can cover up the, like if he can shift cover up the
Dusted
marks.
doorway.
The
The
marks.
veins.
Yeah.
Yeah, you attempt to sort of shift the features of your neck and kind of reduce these distended veins, but every time that you do, they just slowly come back.
No, that's strange.
All right. So, with that in mind, as you guys make your way along this descending tunnel, as the adrenaline of the morning fades, the three of you with the distended veins notice that your limbs feel a little bit heavy. You feel a little sluggish.
And then, yeah, while we're walking, I want to tell Tibbs about everything going on with Hestia, and then tell Tibbs and Gil what Nelly and I were talking about in the
Very
forest
well.
yesterday.
Yeah, you summarize kind of the same thing you told Nolly out in the forest, and let everybody know what is currently going on with you and this golden glow. So, you guys continue along down this tunnel as Kaj summarizes the occurrences of the past couple of days for him, and eventually, I imagine Gil's probably out front.
Usually.
Because that's
Mhm.
just kind of how he rolls.
Yeah.
You come to the widening of the tunnel that you're in. It begins to widen out into. At first, it looked like just a cavern, but then, as you reach the edge of it, now illuminated by your light, so you're able to see this, Gal. You come to a
Oh.
chasm,
Oh no.
and at first you just see the edges of this chasm and you kind of stop for a sec as you realize that the floor just drops away into unfathomably deep darkness. And then you see this sort of stone bridge that stretches across the very center of this chasm. It's narrow and kind of gnarled. It's not a flat surface.
Well,
All right. Well, wish me luck. Hope I don't die. Boop boop boop. Boop boop boop.
Gil, you kind of step off into the kind of rounded and gnarled bridge that is formed before you. And you kind of feel it groan slightly under your weight.
Okay.
It is not the most sturdy thing in the world.
No, he
Uh,
steps back.
but after a brief sort of pause, it feels to be relatively stable.
Gil, wait 1 second.
Hmm?
Excuse me, Nelly?
Oh, sorry.
Hold it very still. I'm gonna try and very lightly tap Gil on the shoulder and give him guidance.
Yeah, as you walk out, that same groan doesn't happen. It holds both of your weight without shifting.
Do you want to try and get all the way across, Gil?
Mhm.
I
Are
think
you
I'm
gonna
gonna
stay
stay
behind me?
behind just in
Oh.
case something happens. I can try the wing trick.
All right. I can always float. I need to catch
Yeah.
someone.
You should be safe, so you'll be the test here.
All right.
Wait,
Need
yeah.
to-
How about you stay with Tibbs? Just in case, Kosh?
Yeah, I'll follow behind Tibbs.
Yes, and I'll just try.
Before you go, I'll give you a little boost if you go. Just keeping an eye on Gilf right now.
Yeah, actually, I don't like how I don't like it when they get too far away from me. Because I don't know where they are.
You can see the faint glow of light over there.
It'd be a shame if I went invisible.
But it's just different.
Gil, you get kind of partially ways across the bridge, and you kind of glance back at the others who are sort of waiting for you to make your way across. And the bridge that you're standing on has remained stable. You haven't sort of felt it do that same groan since you stepped onto it.
That's good.
This is my turn.
All right, I'm gonna pat Nolly on the shoulder. Guidance. You'll be all right.
Yeah, he's gonna make his way fairly quickly.
All right. As you step onto it, it doesn't groan. It was just sort of that first initial little shift as it received weight for the first time in quite some time. But Nolly, as you reach about here,
Uh-oh.
you sense something move below you.
No. Bad news, boys.
And you try to kind of determine what exactly was that was moving. And at first you thought that it was the bridge itself that moved. And then just out of the corner of your eye, at the very edges of this sort of rounded bridge you stand on, you see something amorphous pull itself over the side.
No. Is it Gerard?
And it sort of undulates as it kind of begins to pull itself up over the side of this bridge, up on top of it. Gil, you can see this too. It actually reflects the light from the stone that you're holding as it begins to pull itself up further over this bridge.
Oh, it's bigger than I thought it was.
And it has all these sort of undulating little tentacles. And it has no actual form itself. It's just a giant ooze of something. But it again reflects that light. It's not see-through at all. It looks as though it is moving liquid silver. As it pulls itself across and begins to drag itself towards you, Nolly. Roll initiative, everybody.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh, good, because I am afraid.
All right. Just give me 1 second. That didn't load right perfectly. Okay. All right, that's better. Can everybody roll a d8 as well? Kaj, you don't have to.
No.
All right, now subtract that from your initiative roll, and that's your real initiative roll. As I said,
No.
feeling sluggish. Feeling sluggish.
I don't.
All right, Gail, you have 11. Kaj, you are still at 6.
Solid 6.
Am I 16?
Tibbs at 8. All right.
Yeah, I think I'm 16.
You're at 17, aren't you?
I don't.
No, I did 6. My bad. I can't count.
It's all good.
It's a good thing
The
that one
difference
was
of-
high.
Difference of one number doesn't change much in the turn order, so it doesn't really matter. All right. So as this this creature pulls itself up over the side of the bridge that you're standing on, Nolly, separating you from Gale, it spends most of its turn kind of just hauling itself up onto there, so it's not actually going to move right now. Instead, what is going to move is another little smaller ooze. Which, Kaj and Tivras, you guys were focused on something shifting off up ahead along the bridge. Kaj, out of the corner of your eye, you see something move along the edge of the platform you still stand on. It is another amorphous little blob. It sort of makes up one of the tendrils that are wiggling around on this larger ooze. And it actually pulls itself up over the side of the chasm here and makes its way towards you, Kaj. And you see this little tendril as it reaches you. It kind of puddles itself up again, and then all of a sudden, that tendril just bursts out, flying straight at you. Alright, I gotta flip back over to my other combat page. There we go, that's better. Alrighty. No, that's better. There we go. So 13, I don't believe hits you. You're 14, right? Kaz, you're 14, right? AC?
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Alright, then it just barely, as this thing shoots this tendril at you, you just barely manage to sort of redirect the blow right before it smashes into your head.
Tibbs. It's one or two.
Kaj calls out to you, Tivra, and you quickly spin to see this slime that's pulled itself up over the side, attacking him. Which brings us next to Nolly's turn. This massive ooze has pulled itself up in front of you. Now looming over you, it's quite massive. What do you do, Nolly?
I can disengage as a bonus action, right?
Yeah, you're a rogue, so you're all good with that.
Okay. They're going to disengage with the bonus action, move here, and then grab one of their potions and throw it at him.
Which one? Are you picking a particular one, or do you want me to roll?
Yeah, no, it's the electrical conductivity one.
Okay, I figured. Let me find that note. All right, so you quickly duck away as this giant Quicksilver Ooze pulls itself up on there, and using its busyness with climbing up onto the bridge, you duck away and rifle through your bag to throw this glass bottle at the ooze. And as it shatters against its side, you see lightning kind of quickly spread across its whole surface, and actually the lightning even shoots out to about sort of a range around it as well. Not hitting yourself, you're a little too far away. You don't hit yourself with this.
Yeah.
But let me roll damage.
Glad I moved.
All right. So that was 4d6, which gave you an 11 for your lightning damage on this.
Okay.
It was not the best roll in the world. But You see the lightning kind of continue to jolt at the slime as even the spreading lightning fades. It still kind of has these little jolts spread across it from time to time.
I suppose that was a bit effective. They're gonna end their turn.
Very well. All right, which brings us to this creature, who is aware that you have sort of shocked it with this bottle that you just threw at it. So it's going to focus you. And it kind of very slowly oozes its way towards you. Not particularly fast, but it does manage to reach you. And so first, it is going to attack you with one of its tendrils. Alright, a 16 hits you. Oops. That's better. Alright, so it slams this tendril into you as you attempted to retreat from it, Nali. And the blow at first causes 9 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then as it slams into you, you feel this sort of unpleasant, unholy coldness spread through you. Make a con save for me.
Oh, yes.
Alright. You do not take additional damage. And that is its first attack, so it's going to do it again.
Oh, no.
That was a 14 right on the nose, so that'll still hit you. So you might as well start making your con save again as I roll the other damage.
Okay. Yeah. Do I still... it's not gonna matter.
Alrighty.
Do I still have guidance? Is it gonna matter?
For that, no, it will not.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, so this second tentacle slams into you, and is going to cause another 8 bludgeoning, and with a failed con save will also cause an additional 6 cold.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be the end of the Quicksilver Ooze's turn. Which brings us to Gale. It's now your turn.
Mm-hmm. 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 Nolly, are you gonna try and get off of this thing?
I can try.
Mm. I don't know if I believe you. Not right there. Oh, chair. We'll create a bonfire on top of them.
Very well.
Dex save of 13.
Alrighty. Dex not this thing's strong suit.
Mhm.
That was a nat 1, so...
Great. It takes 3 damage.
Alrighty. I'm gonna give you a little bonfire token as well. Alrighty. I'm gonna give you control of it. So just put it where you want it. Alright. So anything else go? You see the fire kind of burn at this thing, though it doesn't singe it or sear it like it would flesh. You see it just kind of shrink away from it and kind of undulate slightly as you set this blaze under it.
We could keep it right here if you wanted, or not. But it does.
I mean, I am very, very hurt right now. I'm probably going to try and get out of here.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna back up so I don't piss him off more. All right, I'm done.
I can flip your token if you want, Cal. You don't have to be upside down.
I felt weird. Oh, that's it. Thank you.
All right, so you take a couple steps back towards the relative safety of the chasm's edge. As Nolly does indeed look quite battered. So if that is the end of your turn, then it is now Tiber's turn.
Okay. I'm going to run over here, and I'll take a swing on this guy
Very well.
with my long sword, one-handed.
You hit.
Oh. Uh-oh. It wouldn't do it through the thingy, so 14 damage.
All right.
And
You slice at the creature before you, and you kind of cut at the tendril that had just lashed out at Kaj. And you slice the tendril kind of clean in half, and you feel, as you hit it, you feel something solid and tangible, and then the tendril kind of collapses back into the puddle and just sort of reforms with the rest of the Quicksilver.
Does it look like it did any damage?
You do feel like you hit something solid, but it is not exactly the best way of attacking it.
I will mark it.
Very well.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, then that brings us to Kaj. Tiber has sort of stepped in to attack the one that just assaulted you. What are you going to do?
I need a little bit of space, Tibbs, and I'm gonna take the AOP and move down right here.
All right. Yeah, we'll attempt.
It's disadvantage.
Yeah, from Tiber's shield, it will do it with disadvantage. All right, it does not hit.
Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna turn and look at Nolly and the big slime over there. I want to produce flame into my hand, but I want to focus on the warmth, and I want to make it as hot as I can. Hestia, I'm really unlucky today. Need some help here. And I'm gonna cast a 2nd level guiding bolt on the slime.
Very well.
Whew.
Alrighty.
Does hit?
Just checking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that definitely hits, but I was checking my own notes. Sorry. Did it roll it properly?
Did it not show up?
I don't see any damage.
Oh, I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why then.
Oh boy.
Oof.
Alrighty. Then a bolt of radiant golden light shines down on this creature here. And takes your 13 damage. And actually sort of shrinks back a little bit from Nali.
Get out of there, Nolly. As a bonus action, I'm just gonna get my shillelagh ready, and then end my turn.
Nali, you can A up that.
They will. How does that work?
Just make an attack with the weapon you have equipped.
With
Okay.
advantage.
They get the advantage from the bolt.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Alright, you hit.
That'll work.
Alright, another 6.
Oh, so piercing. Nice.
Well, that's probably still have 3 plus 3.
It's not
It just
taking
have-
sneak attack.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Did you already get it
It's-
this round?
It's alone.
No, it's the
He had advantage on the attack though.
Oh, true. Yeah, you did have advantage.
Oh, does advantage mean you get?
Yeah, as long as you have
Advantage
advantage on
or,
it. You're right. Yeah, as long as you have advantage on it. I forgot that you had advantage on it. So
Oh,
yeah, you can have the extra 3.
nice.
Nice.
All right.
I only have slashing damage. Fuck.
All right. Then, if that is the end of your turn, Kaj.
Mhm.
Then we roll back around to the smaller tendril. Who's going to make an attack at Tibber?
Not me, mate.
Attempting to beat your 9, but it does, or your 19, but it does not.
It's 18 now.
18, right? Yeah. It doesn't beat the 18 either.
Nice.
And so it just sort of summons itself up and lashes out with another one of those tendrils, but the tendril bounces off your shield and does not hit you.
Nice.
Which brings us to Nali. Your turn.
Okay, Molly is going to move 2, 3, 4. Move like here. Throw. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, he will. He's not thinking. Okay. And he's gonna throw the mysterious. No, I guess it's not mysterious anymore. He's gonna throw the splash potion at it.
Sorry, which one?
The explosion one. We now know they're for explosions.
Um,
At least I think it was an explosion one. It was the one where that root. The guy said, "You don't want to."
You don't want to drink it.
You don't. Yeah, he's like, "Don't drink it. Definitely throw this." That one.
Yeah, let me hunt back through the list. Just give me a sec. There's a lot of potions there.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to recall because that was two different occurrences. You talked to the guy in Silken Shore and then to
Yeah.
his dad. I'm trying to.
It was the Silken Shore man.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure he wasn't talking about the lightning one because he might have been.
No, well, I didn't give that one with
you
the
not?
rest of the potions. No,
Okay.
I only did the 9 ones that we had no idea what they were.
But I'm not sure that you knew what that one was yet.
Oh, okay. Well, he throws that because he just assumes it's an explosion one now. Oh no!
I'm gonna hunt back through the list and make sure that's not something else.
Oh.
Actually, there was another one that was a splash potion, so you can use that one instead.
Is that's the one that the guy in Silken Shore
Yes.
did? Because that's the one he's throwing.
That's
Okay.
what I was trying to make sure is that there was two different splash potions and that they
Oh,
weren't
okay.
just that
Yep.
they weren't just both talking about the same splash potion. In which case you wouldn't have another lightning one to throw. But there was actually a second one, so you can throw that one if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, it's that one.
All right. You throw the second splash potion, and you see just a burst of frost and cold air that explodes, and you see these kind of snowflakes wisp out through the air as it
Huh.
bursts against its surface. So actually, you can roll the damage instead. I won't roll it. So that'll be another 4d6 damage, so you can roll it.
4d6.
Yep. All right. The Quicksilver Ooze heals 12 cold damage.
No.
Thank you.
No.
It gives you a little wave and a thumbs up. Thanks for
No.
for the health potion you just gave it. But
Crying. That's not great.
yeah, the two were
Nice.
cold and lightning. Yeah, that was the two
Yep.
different splash potions. Yeah.
Oh well, yep. Okay. And then that was the action, and then just gonna dash the rest of the way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you move the rest of your movement off towards the
Yeah.
far chasm to
I think it's that.
avoid the the giant slam. All right.
Just undid all of that radiant damage bolt. Sorry, buddy.
It looks bolstered. It looks strong now. It's very happy about that.
Okay.
All right. So that brings us to the slime, who shifts its attention to Gale. All right. Where'd that go? That's better. And then that's not the right size. That's the right size. The slime quickly kind of undulates a little bit. It doesn't actually turn back towards you, Gil, as it doesn't really even have a face. It just sort of expels this frost straight at you. And so... make a dex save for me. Ouch. All right. So the creature expels this giant frost blast at you, almost summoning up the strength that it was just given from that potion, and expelling it all at you. And it will deal 14 cold damage.
Can I rebuttal?
Yep.
It's the only place that has all my damage.
Alrighty. That dex save. That is a failed save.
Oh, goodness.
All right. So 15 fire damage. So you see, as this creature expels this blast of frost at you, you quickly return with a blast of flame that licks up across it. And you see that same sort of like shuddering undulation to the creature as it is lit aflame. Again, it doesn't burn, it just sort of softens and swirls. And then it's just going to move up on you. And that'll be the end of its turn. Which brings us to your turn, Gil.
All right. Will bonus action Hexblade's Curse?
Alrighty.
And then summon Shadowheart. Well, I had Shadowheart. Then I'll strike with Shadowheart.
Very well.
Can I drop the rock behind me so I can use both hands?
Yeah, of course.
Great.
Yeah, it's just placing the rock over here.
Shit.
There's your rock, so that you remember it.
I don't suppose he's
I don't-
not very hard to hit.
An 11 will actually not hit. But rather than just sort of not hitting it and like swinging at the air, your sword sort of sinks into it and just sort of hits this amorphous blob, and you just feel like you didn't cut anything as you just sort of wrench your sword back out. And as you actually sort of pull your sword back out, you can see along its sort of black blade, there's remnants of the ooze, and then your sword just sort of expels it all, and it just sort of splats off of it.
Oh. That's interesting. Help! Oh, that's my turn.
Yeah, I don't hear that shit.
Tibber, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to drop my longsword and pull out a javelin, and I'm going to stab at this thing.
Very well.
Oh my god.
Will miss.
I'll move here. Actually, nah, fuck it. I guess I probably should have to go down there. I'm gonna try and go help, so I'll take an AO.
Alrighty. It does not beat your 18. So you get away without any damage.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, thank
that's
you
my turn.
for relieving your sword there.
That's my turn.
It's a helpful memory tool. Alright, then Kaj, it's now your turn.
Okay. How are you, Nelly?
I would say that I'm almost dead, except it makes me sound dramatic. But I'm almost dead.
I need to help Gil. Okay. So I'm gonna turn to Nelly. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on them.
Vero?
All right, I have to go help Gil. Can you deal with this thing?
I sure will try.
All right, I'm not gonna go too far. I'll turn around and help you if I need to. I'm gonna move up right behind Tibbs, and then my turn.
Vero? This creature oozes its way over towards you, Nali, and shoots its tendril out at you, attempting to do you harm. And a 15 hits you because you're the same as
14.
the others. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Alright, so this tendril that kind of it pulls back up again and then fires this tendril out at you, which slams you sort of right in the chest and causes you another 7 bludgeoning.
Why do you hit as bad as the big one?
Which brings us to your turn, Nelly.
Yeah, Nolly's gonna stab, or at least attempt to.
That hits.
Just and then because that'll also hit.
All right. Yeah, you take 2 quick strikes with your dagger. The first with your third eye dagger, which stabs clean into it, and you see it kind of shrivel slightly as you stab this dagger into it, and then you quickly follow up with another strike. Which kind of cleanly cuts that little tendril off again. And the ooze sort of pulls back into its little blob along the stone floor, and it just kind of sits there.
Because okay, I do as like an environment thing. Could I try to scoop it up in an empty potion bottle?
I would say that that's definitely attemptable, but there is a lot of this ooze.
Okay.
It might not fit within one potion bottle. But you could definitely scoop up some of it if you chose to.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do it.
Very well. So part of it you can kind of scoop up with the bottle, though I'd say it's a little bit difficult. It doesn't seem to be sort of undulating and moving like it once was. It just now looks like a puddle of quicksilver. And you begin to scoop some of it up and get maybe about half of it into the bottle to finish up.
Okay. Then they'll end there.
All right. The Quicksilver Ooze summons up its tendrils and will lash out at you, Gal. With a 21 to hit.
Oh, ow.
The tendril that slams into you will deal 9 bludgeoning, and then make a con save for me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Very well. That was a failed save. Just barely. So you actually take another 5 cold.
Uh-oh.
So that was all a part of the same attack.
Can I rebuttal before I can't rebuttal anymore?
Of course, yeah. Alright, I will make its dex save, but that is not a strong suit. Alright, fails that again. So we'll take another 15. So as it strikes out at you with its first strike, you quickly ignite it once more with that sort of black flame that spreads across it. And you see it sort of undulate, and actually this time you hear this sort of high-pitched hissing shriek as it takes this 15 fire damage. And then actually the Quicksilver Ooze is going to use the rest of its turn to pull itself over the side of this bridge here and just sort of cast itself over off into the darkness below.
What? I did it. I think. Make this go away. It's safe?
Is it?
Well, as you see this thing throw itself over the side of the bridge, the only thing left is this puddle here that still sits unmoving that Nali is examining.
Does it feel alive?
It's not moving, and as you scoop it up, it doesn't resist that.
Hmm.
It
Well,
looks
now it's gonna.
as much like a puddle of mercury as it would. It does not move.
Okay, yeah, Nolly's gonna continue to scoop up the rest of it.
All right, you do have to switch over to another empty bottle.
Oh yeah.
But
and
you
then we'll-
do manage to get the rest of it, and it does not resist that. You just scoop this up, and you have 2 bottles full of this liquid silver.
Huh. That was scary.
How you feeling, Gil?
Ow.
How bad? Ow.
I'll be okay. Pick up the rock. In pain, I'll bend over. Sorry. Eat dust. Alright. I'm good.
Alright, come here.
Safe. Where'd it go?
Alright, I'm gonna cure wounds on Gil.
Very well.
Oh, that's real nice.
You feel the pain in your ribs where it slammed into you, Gale, begin to fade as Kaj mends you.
Back to double digits, thank you.
By the way, thank you, Kosh. Yeah, yes, you definitely saved my life back there.
That's what I'm here for. You good, Tibbs?
Yeah, I didn't use shit.
That thing's a pain.
We should probably go before it comes back.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
considering that our front line was in the back. So,
Y'all the ones that wanted to go first.
I'm so glad that Kaj is here to protect us. And good job, Gale.
Gil kicked that thing's ass.
I think that earned you the a potion of beard. But we shall see.
Now that we're men.
Deal.
So you quickly all make your way across this bridge in the center of the chasm, with the Quicksilver Ooze casting itself off into the pit below, disappearing from sight. And now you stand on the other side of the precipice, where another tunnel stretches out before you. You pick back up the things that you left behind. Scoop back up your stone and scoop back up the sword, and progress down the tunnel, I suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose we'll progress to the adventure.
Very well.
Hey guys, I collected it.
Collected what?
Some of that ooze from earlier. I'm thinking maybe if I put it into bowl, he'll become a maniac.
Wait. Can I try some?
Mm.
How much of it do you have?
Well, I have 2 bottles, but
Can I see one?
okay. Now he's gonna give him one.
All right. I want to produce flame in my hand and just hold it towards the bottom of the bottle and see if the slime reacts.
It doesn't.
Oh, okay. And toss it back to Nolly. It might be hot. Careful.
Okay.
As you make your way down this tunnel, you actually see illuminated in the light and within your dark vision, along the walls of this cavern here, there's actually support beams in place and old sconces that have rather rusted with time. You can make an investigation check if you wish.
Fine, I'll do it for you guys.
It's a cave.
I'm kidding. It was
Hey.
almost a nat 20, to be fair.
I usually don't do entire party makes a investigation roll, but that was so funny that I you definitely had to. All right, it is definitely
Why are you bad at investigating? You're not even hurt.
it is definitely a cave, and you do see the support beams, which would imply, as the obvious, that somebody has been here before.
This place gives me the creeps.
And so you make your way out into this cavern here, and you can see sort of these rock formations all around it. But the tunnels that you're in now branch off into several different directions. Gail, as you make your way to the far side of this cavern here, glinting in the light of the stone that you carry, you can actually see water flowing down from this tunnel here and just sort of pooling out here in this side of the cavern. It's a small little, very, very shallow river. It wouldn't even reach your ankle, up across out of this tunnel there.
Where's the wind taking us, Gale? There we go.
Why is he?
I don't hear any music. So
How are you guys feeling?
All right. So you follow this shallow little trickle of water up, kind of to the north along this winding passageway. But this is where we're going to end the session for today because we're right at 3 hours.
Nolly's answer would have been a lot of pain.
Chilling.
So we will discover what lies at the end of this tunnel next time on Silversong.
No pressure. No pressure.
Under pressure.
All right. So first things first, Does anyone have anything that interferes with next week?
Nope.
Negative.
Nope, I don't think so.
Alrighty. Then we will pencil in next week, 7 p.m. Eastern, for more Silversong.
Thank you for DMing.
Thank you for playing. Bookkeeping wise, the same thing that I said at the beginning of the stream. If you weren't here for it, if you're in our Discord and you haven't voted on the which day should we do the milestone stream poll, it's in general if you scroll up a little bit, so go check that out and vote. It looks like it's going to be Saturday, so hopefully that works for everybody, or as many people as possible, because it will be an interesting stream. I'm going to show off some stuff that I've been working on for quite some time that will affect some things. It'll be good for players and for audience. Audience will get to see lots of new things. Players will get to have a lot more options when building characters.
Oh.
Yeah, it's locations, new factions, new subclasses being added, all sorts of things. As well as updates to existing ones. Actually, some of the updates are already up on the World Anvil for people who want to get ahead of things. I've made the other pages on the remaining Glimmering Isles available, since I'd already had that stuff written already, so I figured might as well just make that available now. Moravia didn't have one, aka the Spear, and Bleak Rock didn't have one, so those ones are public now. You can go check those out. As well as requested, I believe by Gail, I've made updates to all of the large regions, so each of the kingdoms, as well as all the Glimmering Isles, as well as anything to come in the future, to include at the bottom of it a cultural cuisine section, including a list of several specific dishes that stem from those areas. So if you want to become hungry, we can check those out. I'll deal with them. I'll talk about them a bit on the actual milestone stream. We'll look at them, but if anyone wants to get ahead of the game, they can take a peek. So yeah, there's been updates to all the other ones, the existing Glimmering Isles as well. So Ikamura has some new stuff. At Middlemere and Keltahera, I'll have new stuff on their pages, so take a peek at that. And yeah, but as for the actual other stuff, we'll deal with that on the milestone stream, because that'll be fun. We'll just hang out and we'll talk about lore. Yeah, Chibi, you can go and check out what kind of food they eat in all the different places. I feel like it helps with immersion. I think there's definitely like a bread in a lot of them. A lot of the different ones have a bread involved, so you can check that out. Let us know which one your favorite is in the Discord, Chibi. But yeah, in regards to streams, I don't think anything interferes with Wednesday, so we'll probably have a Whispers stream then, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then the other streams that rolls around to the next week, so I don't think there's anything interferes with Sunday, and of course next week for this, then we're all good. The only other stream that I have is, well, the milestone one, which will probably be around 7ish as well, sort of towards the evening on Saturday. And then tomorrow I have another guest appearance on Tavernauts stream for more of that little mini campaign we're doing. This coming session will probably be interesting because we are walking into the dungeon, which I think we have a suspicion that it might hold the big bad of his entire world, his crypt. So that will probably end up with somebody dying horrifically, and it's not going to be me because I am invincible. I have a nat 20 sitting in my portent roll, so nothing could ever harm me, right? I'm invincible. I'm trying to jinx myself.
No.
But yeah, so check that out. It'll be on Tavernet's channel. I'll tweet about it or I'll post in the Discord as well when it starts. Probably around 4ish tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. Other than that, if you want to get up to date on schedule changes, follow my Twitter or join our Discord. Discord is for everybody, not just the players, so feel free to join. As for the archive, if you ever miss a session and want to catch up, I export all the VODs out to the YouTube channel, so follow that link or just look up Grand Lorien on YouTube and take a peek at that if you ever need to get caught up. If you want to know what the hell I'm talking about with this whole World Anvil thing, that's the link. So check that out if you want to read more about the lore. It'll be expanding soon, so check that out now before it doubles in size. There's some slight little changes actually that I'm definitely going to address on Saturday, but those who are already checking it out will notice in the world overview that there's been some changes. Yes, it should DJ. It should remind you of the South because that's what it is. It's the Arcane Frontier. It is cowboys but with magic. So yeah. Yes, if you play in a Bleak Rock campaign, you get to do a cowboy accent, and I do too. The only reason why it exists, let's be honest. So yeah. Good eye, Chibi. Maybe. Check out the World Anvil to get caught up on what currently exists before I expand everything. I mean, yeah. And as for that, I don't have anything else to add, I don't think.
Subscribe.
Oh yeah. If you haven't followed the
Follow.
channel, and would like to do so, please feel free. It is an incredibly free thing to do. We reached our 100, but I'm gonna update that to. We'll set a new goal. For the future. I just need to find a good number for it. Yeah, I might just do smaller little milestones that are less sort of big reward things and big reveal things, just so we can keep track of it. But maybe we'll do something again if we hit 200. As for that, have a good night. Does anybody else have anything to add?
Shout out my boy Pancake. Channeling my inner camel for the rest of this.
Yeah, shout out Pancake. Yeah, have a good night. I will see anyone coming to Tavernet's stream tomorrow. Otherwise, I will see everybody on Wednesday here on this channel. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you for watching. Chibi, get over it.